We got you now.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
let me take
smoke
that.
in my eyeballs, so they're like burning like hell. Hold on, I gotta clean y'all off. This is the best I can do tonight. Okay.
Good girl.
Man, I thought we were going to struggle a lot more than we have with the new stuff that we've got because, as you know, technology and me don't really get along too good.
Man.
Right.
So I'm thankful. And she sounds good. You hear her?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
hear.
So
Good.
you're not blasting through a giant Bluetooth speaker in this apartment tonight. So
Good.
I'm thinking that when we play videos now, everybody will be able to get the audio off of it. Hopefully.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be great. I hope we can pull up that thing I made if we can.
So static wise, do you hear anything?
No, but I'm also the reason that I'm like this is because I don't have a stand to put my tablet on. So like I'm having to kind of lay sideways on my bed and prop it up. So I'm on my tablet. My tablet works a lot better than my phone does. My phone does not like StreamYard, or StreamYard does not like my phone. It's so.
Is
But
that
I made it.
everybody's stream yard or is it ours? Was it maybe
It's
different?
everybody's. It's StreamYard does not like my phone.
Got you.
Okay.
Hey, Angel, his ears must have been burning.
Yeah.
I was jabbering along. We were really scared that people couldn't hear us, and the picture should be the same, but we got
Yeah.
so many more wires running. We actually got some
Yeah.
light in here now.
Good. Looks good.
Yeah, it's we got a lot of stuff here that we have no clue what to do. I bet V would probably love it because it's a lot of stuff for the recording studio
Mm-hmm.
we'll never use. So we could actually run equipment through this mixer board. I have no clue how to do any of that.
Right.
B and Ethan probably could turn it out in here. Don't you
Yeah.
think?
Thank you.
Which I think would
That's
be cool.
cool. Y'all can
I'm a,
make videos. You can make
yeah,
videos sitting there. You can do reactions, all kinds of stuff.
we're doing good just getting these videos going.
Yeah, sure.
It sounds so, the audio sounds so clear tonight. We've
Yeah.
on our I don't know how we sound to y'all, but on our end it sounds amazing. We don't hear this audio, but we're going through little earbuds,
Perfect.
and that keeps you from hearing yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're learning. We're learning. Country folk, we learn. We do learn.
Yeah.
And
We just learn it a little bit slower.
So
Yeah.
what device are you using?
usually I feel like I gotta yell, but right now I got a microphone right here in my face and I ain't gotta yell. Things
Yeah,
pretty awesome.
Alexa said it wasn't really loud. So it is an Amazon mixer, uh, live stream and podcast equipment bundle that big
Good.
fat cloth brings us.
Nice.
The big one.
That,
So
that,
like I said, there's so much it'll do that we don't know. So you hear the voice change, it'll change.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, this thing really would do some.
Now we can't hear you.
You can't hear.
Well, I can now.
So can you hear us now? It's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody can hear us.
awesome.
All right. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play the video you sent. I think I can do it now.
Yeah. So basically, I guess I'll preface everything. So the first part of what you guys are going to see, it's actually a sneak peek of Madison Dry Goods, and it's an
Uh,
extended. It's an extended sneak peek. So I released one to Patreon and YouTube, but this has a clip of all of us in it. And then there'll be once it's done, there'll be a black screen. You'll have about 3 seconds to press pause before it moves on to the second half of our night that we were going to talk about.
So how much do you want me to play?
You'll see the clip will end, it'll turn black, and just press pause. And I'll kind of give you a signal. I'll be like, just kidding.
I'm wondering if I should take us off so it'll be a full screen. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. That'll be good.
Oh, can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, that's big enough.
Yeah, it's a little
See,
after
Oh.
4 minutes when it ends. It's not wanting to play though.
Yeah.
I think the audio's messed
So,
up.
Chastity, can you hear the audio?
Mm-mm.
Can you,
No,
you
and
can't hear it?
No, and the video's really, really choppy. And that's not on
The
my
video
end. That must be through the
on
device.
audio now. Now I hear it, and it really could be. I feel like you should be seeing it. You see it, but
Yeah.
you can't hear it. And I'm pretty sure it's one of these settings on this thing.
Well, I could play it maybe on my phone. Maybe. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
He said, yeah, he can't hear it. That's our problem. I mean, you can hear it loud and clear, so I wonder why.
Yeah.
Every time we
Yep.
play a video, I thought this was going to.
That's weird. It's like the bandwidth on your computer too. It's like I'm wondering, give me 1 second. I might while y'all work on that, let me work on
It sounds so good on our end. That's the part I hate. They can't hear it. I'm not hearing any distorted or anything in
Oh,
smooth.
no.
So I'm curious. I was really hoping that this was going to fix the situation we were having with playing videos, because I got a lot of
Yeah.
videos I'd like to play, but I'd like to, everybody else to be able to hear it too.
Yeah.
We'll have to get somebody who's definitely smarter than we are, which won't be hard, and get somebody smarter than us to help us figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's something minor that you would think we're talking, they hear us. We play a video, we hear it. You would think that.
That should be able
yeah.
to hear it.
See what Chastity's got. We can hold the phone up if I have to,
Mm-hmm.
but the audio on the phone. That means we probably can't hear. I'm just thinking, y'all, I'm trying to figure out another way to play this video. Let's see. I wonder if it, now that I have my phone hooked into it, it's going to let me. Do y'all hear that playing? What I was just playing?
Yeah, I can hear it, but it's like it's weird. I don't know if it's like a static. Do what you were doing and see if that works. I could play it if we both play at the same time. Yeah. It's just the screen's frozen.
Yeah, I'm gonna start both of them over, and let's see if I can match play at the same time.
I can.
And you'll hear the audio through my phone, but you're gonna see the video, so you can hear it when I
Yes.
play. All right, let's just see if I'm close.
Can't hear it at all. Damn. No audio.
Oh, but I felt that slap.
We'll try it this way.
I can.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, did you hear that tickle?
No, but I felt that slap.
I'm gonna slide through here and see if I can work on these REM pods.
Would you ever slap a fish? What's the secret?
If there's somebody here, can you please touch one of the REM pods on the stairs again? Did you follow us up here?
You were a female soldier? They're telling us to go.
Like leave?
Yeah, you must go. Why do you want us to leave?
Damn it, sorry.
Well, if you give us some physical evidence, we can leave. I want to stay. You want to stay up here? You want us to leave you alone? I don't think you're real. I don't think you're who you say you are. Madison. Well, I mean, you're not really giving us any straight answers. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but
I don't know if we're actually communicating specifically with, I feel two separate energies.
yeah, it is.
Sorry. It's cold, cold, cold.
Do you want to be here?
This is the most REM pod activity I've ever seen. Lots of us, yeah, we know.
Make your presence known. That's what we want.
It's a cold spot for it right here.
Yeah.
It's everywhere now.
Yeah, it's traveled over this way too. It's like it's spreading out. So the chances are going that way. There's a creek on the homestead, and then the grandpas start going.
How many people are standing around me? You do. I got it over here. You need it over there.
They're scared of us. I'm scared. Don't be scared. We're not here to harm you. No, we just want to talk. Yeah, we just want to hear your story. We want to communicate. We ain't going to find out who you are. We're not here to hurt you. Don't be scared.
Watch this, guys. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's weird.
Who's on the stairs?
Temperature change. No, it's not. It's touching it.
Yeah, that's changing the color.
It's going down the steps. It just went from one to the other.
Can you walk up the steps? You want us to take it all out of the case for you? Try walking up the steps for us.
It's so cold.
Feel that?
Yeah. I'm going to put this right here. I'm scared too, but.
Go away then.
I don't know how much y'all can see of that, but I tried really hard.
Yeah, we can see it for sure.
Okay. Golly. It's a bright light. I hope, I can't read the chat because I was holding my phone, but that sucks though. I wish we could figure it out. There's something, but StreamYard's funny.
I'm
Kind of mad
sure
at StreamYard.
really simple. It's just over my head, sadly. I really
Well,
thought
you're not the only one that has problems with it. Other people do too.
and it could be StreamYard. I mean, I can't say if it is or not because I have really I don't really understand it. I would feel like since he and I are hearing it now, because before we played it, you couldn't hear it when it went through the system. How's that bottle, though? Good.
Oh, it's good.
Pop it one more time.
Everything's going great for me right now with this bottle.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
Angels in chat thinking the same thing.
So yeah, so what you were seeing, everybody, if once we could see it, that was the third floor of Madison Dry Goods,
Mm-hmm.
which at one time, when the place was first built, 1908, I think right to start with, the second and the third floor were actually hotels. Before one part of the second floor was a funeral home, but it wasn't right to start with. So for what he was telling me is it would say hotel. There was actually a section in the second floor. I don't know if you could see it in the actual wood floor on the second floor. In the side that you could see, the hardwood floor was a totally different color. It was a big square. I don't know if you noticed it, but in that square used to be an open area that you look down on the first floor. So when you walk in a motel and you look up and you can see the ceiling of the second floor, that's how that. So they filled that area back in. That's why the floor doesn't match in that big. It's probably a 20 by 20 area. Yeah. It's actually most of that room was where you were able to look down.
Okay.
So he told me one time or another, he wasn't 100% sure, but thought definitely has been several people thrown off that. And I don't know if anybody died, but I'm sure they got hurt. I always told her we had a few things that. So for starters, you had anytime you have a hotel back in those days, you have people staying, strangers staying, and you had a bar around it and a hotel that turns into a brothel. Before you know it, you have death.
Yeah.
That's just, they go hand in hand. I hate to say that. So when you get women, booze, money, and bad things happen.
Bad choices.
Yeah, bad things happen. So to me, Matt, that's what Madison Dry Goods means to me. Way more than the funeral home. Now, people who know it for being a funeral home I don't know the ins and out of a funeral home. I don't know how a funeral home. Your eyes are burning.
Yeah. They're red. They're completely. It's probably the makeup. But anyway, sorry.
So I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to. Someone asked me about Madison Dry Goods. How explain this to me? Explain Madison Dry Goods to me. And I said, man, I really, I've done a little bit of reading. I've heard, a lot of stories over the last 60 days, just thinking about the place. Yeah. And my honest opinion, to me, I think the negativity that's in that place probably did not come from Lawson family. No. I feel like the negativity is a part of that land. I think it's way beyond what the place is known for.
I do agree. Can I pitch something in right there?
You already are.
I do feel like this past Saturday when we were there, when we were on the third floor, or actually on the second floor doing the Estes method, I feel like we communicated with the entity that took over Charlie Lawson and helped him do the murder on his family.
Do you really?
I really feel like we did, because Chastity, prove me right or wrong when I say this. If you hear something saying it's crawling on the roof above you like a damn spider monkey, is that what you would call a peaceful spirit or a malevolent spirit and or an inhuman spirit?
It's not very nice because, so you'll see in the video, we'll go ahead and kind of enlighten everybody of what Riley's talking about. I was under the Estes session, and every time I've connected to Madison Dry Goods starting the night up before we went, I was immediately taken there in the spirit. And during the Estes session, I'm sitting there kind of getting into it, and I'm getting visions. And I'm literally, I say it in the video, I'm literally walking through Madison Dry Goods as I'm sitting still and like seeing the rooms, but they look different. And I saw a man come stand next to me. I could feel his energy next to me, and I could see him in my mind's eye. And they even got that on while I was under Estes. Greg was under Estes too. And at the same time, yeah. And I said, guys, I just saw a black shadow entity by the big doorway on the second floor. I said, I saw it, and I just watched it crawl up the wall onto the ceiling. And I shit y'all not, Greg said, I'm crawling or something. I can't remember exactly what was said.
He said, I'm crawling above you.
And that's exactly what this damn thing was doing in my mind's eye. We called it like right around the same time. I haven't seen the footage yet, though. No cap.
See, I'm curious because as you and I were both doing Estes at the same time through 2 different devices. So I have no clue. I couldn't hear. I only know what I was picking up. And there was a lot of words that I really couldn't make out. I was getting a lot of words, but I couldn't make them out. But the ones I could make out were as clear as the day is long.
Yeah.
I'm not used to hearing myself talk back through these microphones.
I
It's messing with me. This one takes a while to get used to this.
You're not supposed to. That's another problem with StreamYard, that you have to figure out a setting that that happened with me and Rochelle, the psychic sleuth. You shouldn't be hearing yourself twice. So yeah, it takes.
I'm hearing myself twice, but I'm hearing myself.
Okay.
Through earbuds.
Gotcha.
It's not a pause or a delay. I hear it. It just sounds. My voice sounds different.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's good then, because I was gonna say I had the same darn problem. Hey everybody, welcome into the chat. I've got Lena, Cassie, Brittany, Dead Serious, Wanderlust, and Flexina. Welcome in.
What's up, Dead Serious?
And Flexina,
she's 3 a.m. wherever she's at. Good, bless her. Good gracious.
Thanks for being here, Flexina.
I'm going to throw in one more crazy keynote from Saturday night. Right when all of that was going on, and the entity said he was crawling on the rope above us, I smelt something that nobody else smelt, because I was looking at everybody trying to see if anybody noticed it other than me. But it wasn't your everyday sulfur smell, like a nasty smell. It was a very floral scent, like almost like not perfume, but it smelled like a damn patch of daisies.
That's interesting. I did not. I was just getting thrown into visions. Did anybody, before Riley started talking in the chat, did anybody see like a white smoke go up in front of his face, or am I just tripping? Maybe it's my eyes, because it feels like I got cruddy in my eyes. But
so we're in a whole different part of where we're usually set up. I feel off. I'm not joking.
Really?
It's because we've been in a different part during our lives. I feel off, man. The minute we turned on, I was going to ask you, how do you feel? Because I feel weird, man, and I'm usually ready to get it on. I'm ready, and I feel odd, really odd tonight. I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know.
You feel dizzy or disoriented?
It's new stuff, and it's just different because we've been doing this in a little tiny cubby, and now we're in a big room. I don't know. I just feel. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
You feel fine? It's just me. I'm just being weird. I'm weirding out, spazzing out.
That's how psychic senses start. You think you're crazy, and then all of a sudden shit starts flying off the walls, and then it's poltergeist activity.
Yeah,
don't underestimate those feelings.
That's fun.
Yeah, I was telling her. So we did make it to Madison Dry Goods. Maybe we'll play some more of that again, but it was a cool place. I will say this. The 2 hours, as we all said, the 2 hours were going to go by extremely fast, and they did. We tried really hard. I was there early. We were all there early, and I was still struggling getting some cameras set up.
Yeah.
So it's just part of it. I guess the more we do it with the camera part of it, we'll get better at it. But I got to remember to pack this you need to record.
Yeah.
Thank goodness there was a Dollar General, half a mile away.
Yeah, you flew there like a bat out of hell to get it because we did the tour, and by the time the tour was over, and it was only like 7 minutes long, you were back, boy, which was great.
Yeah.
Madison Dry Goods is definitely the most active REM pod location I've ever been in. I've never seen the REM pods go off that much. And I mean, we tried to think of ways of what could be setting it off. They sat there. There was 3 of them on the steps going up to the 3rd floor. And I thought it was just the middle one that was going off. No, all of them went off at some point, and it was only when we come around the steps. And then I physically saw a man in my mind's eye standing at the bottom of the steps. It's like he was kind of guarding that floor for some reason. There was a haunted doll up there. There was a Ouija board up there. We got some very,
I was thinking about what he started talking about, the smell, and you said the floral smell, and Alexa, she just said the chemical compound they used to embalm people, which on the 2nd floor now was a funeral home at one time, but is a sweet smell, she said, which is a very weird. But when you said the floral smell, it made me think, okay, is it taking us back in time? Because what do you get at funerals? What do you see everywhere at funerals? Flowers, yeah. So just that's where my mind was going. Autumn Moon said, "Yeah, smells creepy." I'm with you.
That is a Seer app image that Brittany got. And it reminds us of something in the attic. I'll keep that a surprise, but y'all just look at that Seer app image. Keep that in mind for when you see this video. I've got to release Trivet Clinic first, and then I'm going to release Madison Dry Goods, but they should come out between 2 or 3 weeks apart if I can get it together, because I'm finishing up my class, finishing up my journal. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm moving on to Trivet Clinic. Trivet Clinic should be out mid-January. The amount of, I was just baffled. Like, I didn't even care what was going on in the spirit box, because when you see this Madison Dry Good video of ours, at least, it's going to be like a 2-point perspective, because I was on one side of the attic while me and Dylan spent quite a bit of time over there, because the REM pods just kept triggering and triggering and triggering. It was crazy.
It was pretty nuts.
Yeah, it was a lot of REM pod. EMF was high up there.
Yeah.
When I went up there, and there was only one light in there, twice the light. I screwed the light bulb. I backed the light bulb out far enough that the light would quit working, and it still come on. So I went down there and shook it, and I turned it off like a whole full turn, so it would not come on if you shook it, and it still came back on at one time.
Really?
Yeah. Did you missed that part? So it was me and Ethan and I were up there, because I had already turned it one time and turned the light off. I said, okay, by chance, maybe I didn't back the light bulb out far enough. So I turned it a full turn, and I could shake it, and the light wouldn't blink. It wouldn't come on. So I don't know. And the funny part about it, I got so hung up. Dylan and Chastity were down at the stairs, because the REM pods it was just like somebody was guarding the stairs, like she said. And we had three REM pods set up on the stairs, one at the bottom, one middle way, and one almost at the top. And at certain times, were all 3 of them going off? Or was it one at the bottom?
It would like go off like somebody was going up or down the steps.
Yeah.
And we walked by these REM pods on camera. They didn't go off, but maybe once or twice. Like, even walking by them, they wouldn't go off.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and then like on the camera, it looks like it's close to us, but it wasn't. It was halfway down the steps. So it was quite interesting. And the Estes session, I think, is going to be even more amazing than anybody even will realize when we go back in and look at the footage, honestly.
So I did the Estes the whole time, and I have no clue, other than the few things I've heard y'all talk about. I have no clue what was said. But what really gets me is when you do an Estes method, and you got 2 people doing the Estes method. She was doing one, I was doing one. I have no clue what y'all were asking. I have no clue what she was saying. I couldn't hear it. But when you tell me that she says something, and then it turns around and I confirm something that's going on that she's doing through a whole different spirit box.
Yeah.
Now that's validation if you need it.
I'll tell you something, man.
Confirms my visions.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Can I tell you a question Dylan asked you during the Estes method?
Sure.
Good. And I'll tell you the response we got right after I'm done telling you the question.
Bring it.
Dylan asked you while you had the Estes on and he was talking to Charlie Lawson if his spirit was there.
So he was trying to talk to Charlie Lawson through me.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, how could you get your daughter pregnant, and how did your family feel? And Charlie said, my daughter liked it, and I made them watch.
Oh my God.
I don't think it was Charlie Lawson though.
Yeah, it was not Charlie
I
Lawson.
It
told
was
you,
dark,
it was
like he's saying.
the entity that took over him.
My God. So you're saying your belief is something took over Charlie Lawson that made him kill him.
Yeah.
You think it was the same spirit, or do you think the spirit that's at Madison Dry Goods does that to everybody who comes? He's playing the part of what everybody knows Madison Dry Goods to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or where the murders, where the bodies were at, not where they got killed. So do you think he's just he may be playing the part? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could be a heck of an actor playing the part. I have no clue, but I do know there's some activity there for sure. It is not what everybody thinks. I don't.
It's strong activity.
That's interesting. Here's another thing to think about. So if you watch the 28 Days Haunted and you see those two goons, I shouldn't call them goons. So you see Brandy and Jeremy. So Jeremy's a demonologist. Brandy's she's psychic, I think, of some. She's a psychic medium.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a psychic medium.
Yeah.
So they were definitely they were the whole time they were thinking they were dealing with Charlie Lawson, were they not?
Yes.
So was that scripted? Because I don't think we were playing with Charlie Lawson or talking to Charlie Lawson.
No.
Or were they dealing with the same thing we did, entity playing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think that it's a mix of half and half. I think they needed a good story, honestly. But I believe that woman is sensitive to a degree because the whole head thing, like the pressure on the head, I felt that as I was sitting there doing the Estes session. That man standing beside me like started messing with my head and my third eye. You're going to see on the video, as long as it makes it in, it should, is me pulling from my energy source and actually pulling that stuff out of me he was trying to put in me. He was trying to seed energy in me. And I was told that when I started doing that, it said she's scared. When I vocalized that there was some man standing beside of me, you were saying, Greg, that you were saying I'm standing behind her. She's scared.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think that, she felt the head pressure. The way that man acted too, I mean, it seemed like he was legit or he was a damn good actor, though. I think it actually did affect them because think about going and staying there for 28 days. I think it was
anywhere, I'd say.
Yeah.
Especially there.
Well, if anybody wants to send Chastity to a haunted location for 28 days or any amount of time and let me stay there, I will go. Just send me somebody. I mean, any producers or Dr. Pepper can sponsor it.
I want a sponsorship from Monster when it comes to this.
TikTok, we're not ignoring you guys. We got a new audio system so you can hear Riley and I talk. I apologize that you can't hear what our guests are saying, but you can if you go on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube.
Yep. Down South Supernatural on YouTube.
Down South Supernatural on YouTube, and you can hear it all. But next week we'll have this situation fixed too.
Yeah, we will.
I promise. Father Spook said it. You heard it from him.
Take the feel.
Right.
But ultimately,
them guys are gonna get us in trouble.
There's some feedback. I didn't laugh, did I? That's a weird feedback. Did y'all hear that in the chat?
Right.
So yeah, without a doubt, it's I don't know. I do want to go back to Madison Dry Goods. Without a doubt, I want to go back and have 5 or 6 hours there.
Yeah.
Because we really no longer when we were there, we got a lot of activity.
Yeah.
And we were doing a lot on the 3rd floor now. We had our ghost box going. We had a spirit box going at one time. We had 3 different devices going.
Yeah.
And we were, that place has got the old floors are loud. It's got a humongous echo. But going back, I saw Ethan comment up here. He said, "I can confirm that light was haunted. Something had the light going off for sure." I looked at Ethan. I was like, "Dude, did you turn that light on?" He was like, "No, I didn't. I didn't touch that light." He said, "I didn't know you could turn it on and off, but I'd never found the switch, so I just unscrewed the bulb."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, I'm telling you, that light, I made a full turn on it, and it's come back on." So
Yeah.
that's the wild part. And wasn't long after that, Chastity, if you all remember, you heard something hit the wall.
Yeah.
We found old dirt dauber nest or something, a big one on the floor. So that nest was about 5 feet from where that light was acting up.
Yeah. It was. Sorry, I needed a little smoke break. I don't want to do that on YouTube and get kicked off. And welcome in Lost Voices with Jackie. It was definitely interesting because little dirt dauber thing, it was up on the ceiling and it fell. Now, could it have been the vibrations of us being up there? Absolutely. But at the same time, like it was really weird. I need to go back and because V was filming the whole time basically. So he has the main role. He's got A roll. Well, it's kind of like A roll, B roll, switching back and forth, but he's got all that. It was loud. It wasn't just like it just fell. I mean, but it echoes up there too. I don't know. To me, I think it was paranormal. But
it was paranormal.
I think it was.
It was paranormal. It was, look, this is where the country comes out in me. I'm country. I just said I was country. We don't understand all this. But a big dirt dauber's nest, you can't hardly pull it off a piece of wood. You understand? And if you do, it crumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not crumbled.
That thing was big as a big dirt clod, and it was loud when it hit the floor.
Yeah.
And it just they don't just fall off. Okay, they don't fall off. You can take a pressure washer, and as hard as you can do, with a pressure washer to clean one off. So no, they don't just fall off.
What's that say about what did it?
Yeah, good question. Good question. Maybe you'll see something in the video when you go back through it. Maybe they caught something. But it was right under the light bulb that was doing its own little thing. That's the first time I've ever been anywhere where you see people take the older flashlights and turn them off and get a spirit to turn them on. So we've never tried that. We talk about it. We never had
one.
To me, that light that was doing that reminded me of, the flashlight theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. I mean, I forgot to talk. Ethan and he and I were the only ones talking about it. Because
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just going to say it's haunted. We need to, I mean, the guy that was with us there, he wasn't the owner. He was one of the employees. But he said he was going to put in a good word for us because he's like, there's always next time. And I kind of like, what do you mean always next time? He's like, y'all were really sweet people. He had a really good time. Brittany made some awesome Oreo balls for everybody. It was really sweet of her. Then we had a subscriber help us out with pizzas. I'm not going to name names or anything, but we were able to go get this.
I told him thank you.
Yeah, massive. I mean, that pizza, which we things happened, but either way, we ended up with a massive pizza. Thanks. Yeah.
And a hot waitress.
Yeah.
Had me seeing hard eyes.
So, you ever seen a pizza wide as the table you're sitting at?
Yeah, it don't do it justice, honestly. The picture don't do it justice.
That pizza is almost wide. 3-foot table.
It was delicious too.
Oh yeah.
Like they made it with like real deal tomato sauce. It wasn't no can.
I'm gonna have to take the toy from the boat.
That's where that come from.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I know I don't sound like that.
Take the Story of the baby.
I couldn't help it. I've been waiting on getting something like this forever, and I finally got it.
When we figure out how to use it, it'll probably be a lot better. I'm more concerned about this video thing where people on our side can't hear. I'll get it figured out. I have to send a car to pick V up, bring him back down this way.
Yeah, we want to get down there anyways to do some investigating this year at Granger and maybe the power plant y'all speak of.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of investigations, January 18th, what are y'all doing?
I think heading to Western NC to meet y'all.
Well, at least the Piedmont, right? So we've
landed.
landed.
I'm already manifesting that, Chastity.
Yeah, we've landed to film at the courthouse and the art center, 3 hours each. They are literally right across the street from each other.
Awesome. January 18th.
Yeah, we'll probably work that one in for sure.
Yeah. And it's a 2-for-1er, so that'll be the next 2 investigations. It will be 2 separate videos on our end, but it's at the same place in Stokes County. So we did land it.
That's Autumn Moon's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! Early birthday.
She said January the 18th will be her birthday.
That's awesome. I'll have to send you some clips for your birthday then.
Yeah, maybe it'll be a good investigation, 2-part series.
There's some dude popped up here and he said he likes ghosts. Who could that be?
I don't know. That's my brother.
Brother Spooks.
Me and him are simpatico, understanding on the same level.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, we're excited for that. So old Stokes County Courthouse, which looks haunted, and then the art place, which Stokes County Paranormal, they actually did their own little live because I think they own the art shop. And it's like a little theater and stuff in there. And my daughter literally just went and watched a play there. So I mean, it's bigger than it looks on the outside. So that's ready. And then we are kind of trying to turn our wheels here on getting to Ohio. I'm trying to talk these men into going to at least 2 locations while we're there, so we don't, go to one state 3 states away for one place.
Yeah. Let's go and get that one out because we've got a little group and we talked through it. But yeah, I don't want to go that far. I'm planning on spending a few days.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I want to hit it. I want to hit several locations. It's too far from home not to hit some places.
Yeah, you've got a lot.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and come home on Sunday. I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Because we're gonna make it work. I know Dylan's his work schedule may get him, but it's very easy for me to get Fridays off. So I know I'm good for Thursday, Friday, Saturday for sure.
So an investigation at least on like Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
So you got Madison Seminary and near Cleveland, which is like an hour north of OSR, Ohio State Reformatory, and an hour south, like on the same route, is the Lickey Jail. So just saying, the Madison Seminary has some good stuff captured there too, and they're all kind of. But that's us going straight up through Cleveland. We need like a big bus or something.
That would help because the older I get, the harder I struggle driving late at night now. I really do.
Yeah.
And I used to remember, back in my 30s, I'd take off when I used to drag race a lot. I drag raced for 20 years, but I'd take off right by myself and go to Florida. I'd go, to Tennessee. I'd drive 8, 10, 12 hours straight through by myself and never yawn. Now I yawn before I get 30 miles from the house going somewhere.
Yeah. I'm glad y'all made it home the other night because, yeah.
And look, that was an easy drive compared to St. Albans and Brushy Mountain. That was an easy drive the other night. That's not a bad drive at all to Madison from our house. I didn't, it's just me. I'm getting old.
Well, maybe we can work something out where we all go together or something. Then that way we can take turns because me and V both are licensed and insured and have a clean record driving, so we're good. No DUIs or nothing crazy.
Dylan's a great driver. Dylan's just got when I tell you
A
he's got a
lad
heavy
foot.
foot, he's got ass, shoulders, he's got everything on that foot. He's pushing with everything.
Yeah.
You know, he's got it all on.
He can turn an hour and a half drive into 45 minutes top.
I was as sleepy as I've ever been coming back from St. Albans, and so I finally pulled over. I said, "We got a couple of courses," and we were trying to hurry to get back to work. And I said, "We're going to pull over this rest area," and I say we just sleep for about an hour, or Dylan, you can drive. And but that was the biggest mistake I made, because I got in the back seat thinking I was going to sleep, and he bounced me around like a Campbell soup can falling off the shelf. It was rough. And my poor truck hung. My truck had the tongue hanging out. I had to water my truck when we got home.
Get the wire hose out, spray her down, some bitch.
It was rough. Yeah, we do need to get us maybe we need to get us a old school bus or something.
We can rent an RV. Like if you wanted to rent I mean, it's just a thought. Look, we're just putting this out here. You can, when I looked into it, it was $150 a night to rent an RV. Now, I don't know if that includes, obviously it doesn't include gas, but if you're going to spend a hotel and do all this and that, and if you have an RV that drives, that sleeps 6-8 people, I mean, it's just a thought. It's 150. I mean, by the time you spend money on a hotel and you gas already to get up there, it's just a thought. So, and V used to actually drive like big car, because he used to work for the carnival, so he would travel and have to drive those big old things with all the rides attached to him. And I've drove vans and all that kind of stuff, so it's just a thought. RVshare.com.
Riley and I have been talking about it for like a year. Getting the motorhome.
They're so expensive now, though. That's the hard thing. And to get one with one with a motor is crazy. I mean, monthly payments, though, aren't that bad on them, but you just pay on them forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID did it. And the newer ones are not as good as what were being made pre-COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Well,
we would really like that.
Yeah.
That's where we started looking for some monster sponsorship.
Yeah.
That was our intentions. We're going to get us a motorhome.
I paid somebody's salary at this place. I've paid somebody's paycheck at least for the last so many years with Dr. Pepper, so they can do something.
That's a good drink. I like that, Dr. Pepper, for sure.
I'm a Dr. Pepper Zero girl, but it's fine. It's fine. So, I mean, I had a little Clippy, but the Clippies ain't working. I mean, I can show the Clippies, but we don't have to. Go ahead.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So moving right along then, I guess I'm going to set my phone back up and wipe my fingerprints off of them since I've been typing to you guys. I've got to go out of my YouTube page for a sec. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that video back up, because what I've done is I've created like a 2024 wrap up, because next Wednesday is the 2nd of January, right?
Yep.
So this is the last live for 2024. Yeah, I don't have obviously any of the clips from like things that Riley and Greg have done on their own, but I do have like a little thingy where we just kind of run through and maybe like kind of say what we want to about the places that we've been. Maybe like our favorite memory or something, something of the sorts there. So of each place, whatever you want to do. Because I did guys, if you haven't seen it, I actually created a top 10 list with me. Back, I released it Saturday, but I didn't release it to subscribers because somebody that does YouTube videos told me to give it a shot, and it did not work very well. So yeah, we have a new video of our top 10 favorite like paranormal encounters of 2024 on our channel now. So what I'm gonna turn this from up here. And I'm gonna turn my brightness down and take this off so y'all can see it better. And then so that was Henry River Mill Village. Henry River Mill Village. Oh, hold on. And did we lose you guys? Did y'all accidentally go out? I think we might have lost them. Well, we'll just wait for them to come back. I'm handy dandy.
No, the Henry River Mill. That
Yeah.
place that is a cool place. We do want to revisit that place also.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, there's just one thing I don't like about it.
All that talk you got.
Can't smoke.
Oh,
6 hours, no cigarette. He let me have one, but see, he was in the military. Like, he's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but he's like, he stood like a police, like it was like hiring a police officer to stand there with you to make sure you were safe. That was the kind of protection we had there. I'm pretty sure if a bear or a coyote or a random meth head hillbilly run up on us, he would have took them out in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
he had it covered. I wasn't worried about anything with that dude there.
Not a nothing.
He was a cool dude.
It was awesome.
Yes. That he was. Great place, high potential. First investigation I've ever done legitimately. The only other place I had been prior was to West Virginia Penitentiary, which I want to do something really special there, either at the end of this year or the first of next year. And I'll get into that later this year. Just hold that thought. But it was the second place I've ever been, but first paranormal investigation. And we both captured like ghost photos, like literally the man with no arm that I saw before I went, that I channeled in, captured him on camera. Even Kelsey Davies was like, wow, he doesn't have an arm. And she knew nothing about it. So just saying. What was y'all's favorite part about Henry River Mill?
Well, that's probably the first place that we've actually caught on camera a shadow figure. Also, in the what was the little building called? Was that the store at one time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool place. And I don't know, it's really hard to go to that place and not think about all the history of that place, all the things that have taken place way a long time ago, right? Before we were born. Just to think about how the people lived, how they, that was its own. They had their own money there in that place.
I remember my favorite part of Henry River Mill Village was when we were in that Katniss's house.
Yeah.
And I had to direct Lincoln something called me a bitch through it. And I kind of got ugly back at him, used some vulgar language towards him.
Yeah.
And was trying to provoke something like I tend to do. And
every now and then.
Then Angel pulled a daggone light up duck out and sat it in front of me and said, prove to us that you're here and you can do something to rally. I put a duck right in front of them that'll show us that you're getting close to rally. So go show them how you feel about how we talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And the duck lit up, but I never felt nothing.
Angel brought me up, didn't
he?
Yeah.
So Lost Voice with Jackie said that's where PQ originated, the West Virginia's penitentiary. PQ. I missed it. What's PQ?
I'm not sure. That's one thing I'm not sure of. I will say this: West Virginia Penitentiary, West Virginia Penitentiary, you can fit about 6 or 7 brushy mountains inside of.
Good
oh
Lord.
My God!
It's huge. Like, you're talking about It takes up about 4 or 5 blocks. I don't know, but there's an Indian burial mound literally right across the street. But yeah, Henry River Mill was awesome. Lots of energy there. Like, I never felt nothing super negative. Even the man with no arm even looks like he has a smile on his face. But there was multiple spirits in that store, and it sucks we cannot go in there. But I think that's why they're in there, because nobody can go, in there. And I actually caught a growl, so I think that was number 9 or 10 on my top 10 list was the growl. I caught 2, but actually I think it was Lost Voices with Jackie. If not, I apologize. She brought up that she's had that sound before on her phone with the wind. I will say this: there was no wind that night, and I was mic'd. The only time I've ever been mic'd up on any of my videos, I was actually mic'd up on my shirt, and it was like, and then I got like whatever was doing that had to be up on me in my mic. They were like, whatever it was in my bubble. Okay. So the second sound, the first sound could have been wind or something, but the second sound where I'm standing in front of like the photo opportunity little plaque and it goes, it was crazy.
That's usually the sound my sister makes before she karate chops me.
Noise a lot.
Yeah.
That place, Henry River, like I said, the history was the big part. I love it. I don't know why I did not like history at all when I was in school, but the older I get, the more I'm a lot more interested in history, not just because of what we're doing now, which does help, but I was kind of fascinated with Henry River Mill, just but like I said, because when you think back of how those people lived way back then, and like they had their own community, and when people were sick, they were sick there. They didn't run them down to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? When they died,
people were born there.
they were born there. They died there. They dealt with everything there. The law didn't come in there, which means that place is highly active. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, there's a lot of activity there. A lot of power coming off the river, especially when the dam was working. You know what I mean? A lot of energy there for them to feed off of. And that place is that's a really cool place.
Not to mention a witch had just gone a few weeks before we went and opened up a dragon portal right there on Henry River Mill Village's property.
That's what he was saying. Yeah.
One of my other things that I really it was crazy is I was filming myself walking down that road going to the washed out bridge, and I had separated myself because he was telling a story, and simultaneously as he told you, there was another medium that was driving down on the golf cart or something with him to that area we were walking to. I couldn't hear him, and I was saying, as I walk further down this road, something's telling me not to go any further. Like, I felt that, like, stop, and as I recorded that, I mean, literally within seconds on what V was recording, he told the story of how he brought a medium down there and she saw a guy on the side of the road saying, stop, the bridge is out. Like, I mean, that was no editing trick. Like, that happened seconds apart. So, Henry River Mill was really cool. So, you ready for the next location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God. I just got chills because of
Bobby Mackey's.
Yeah,
That was a hell of a place, boy.
yes, it was.
You know, Madison Dry Goods is right up there with it. I ain't gonna lie.
It was.
Bobby Mackey's was good,
Yeah, it was.
especially the last part that we were a part of, as far as in the basement doing the Estes.
Yeah,
Up until then, I didn't really. I mean, we got a little bit. I was expecting a little more, but when we got it all.
yeah, we did.
It's probably only one other place. Actually, there's two other places we've been that I felt the way I felt. Not scared, but there was no speculation of what was going on. I knew it was a very dark entity on me. I mean, it's close. I could feel the breath. I could feel the breath on the back of my head when we were doing the Estes. To the point where, looking back now, I wish I'd have never stopped the Estes when we were doing it, but I had to stop. That was the first time I'd ever dealt with that, and I didn't really know what to expect. But if I had to do it again, I'd go a little bit further.
Yeah. That was insane for psychically, like even V saw it, because that's where I should have voiced it a little more in the video, but I was still getting used to everything and having to be able to voice my internal visions and dialogue. That's kind of happening with my psychic senses. But as soon as we turned as soon as V turned the lights out, whatever was in that basement came and stood, and it was like a big black shadow. It never revealed what it completely looked like, but I did a bunch of videos on Lights at Midnight where I saw a multitude of things, specifically an entity that was black with white eyes that had smoke rolling off of its body. And I don't know, but all I saw was a black shadow in my mind's eye, and then like people that weren't people anymore, like they were being dehumanized by this entity, their spirit was. And they all got really pale skin, and eventually they all lost their hair, and they just all looked the same, almost like a rake. I saw those things standing, like there was three of them, like on the door, like peeking in, like that. And basically, that's when, in that part, Greg's getting what he's getting, like the dark is better. And then Riley, I'm saying they're standing right beside of you, Riley.
That
And
was
he's
a
like,
lot.
yeah, and I pointed to him and I said, it's standing right beside of you. Riley's like, we want all the smoke, or I do. And then all of a sudden, this huge orb just comes right out from right beside of Riley, just right where I freaking pointed, and went out the door. And that's,
The flux light went off at my foot when all that was happening.
Yes.
Good night, Angel.
Bye, Angel.
Right, buddy.
It was wild.
So you had an instrument going off basically.
Yeah.
And at that time, Chastity, she saw it coming in the room.
Yeah.
So I got headphones on. I'm buckled up and hopped down.
Yeah.
So I'm in deep involved in spirit chatter.
Yeah.
And y'all were dealing with something I had no clue. I'm in the dark, and you actually seen it coming in the room. And that I just got chills.
Yeah. And then I was hearing little girls. I was hearing women laugh. Like in my mind, I was hearing like a conversation clairaudiently, and they were giggling and laughing as soon as I said that. And we captured it on every single device in that room. Not just my phone, not just Brittany's phone or camcorder, not just V's phone, Greg, Riley, everybody that was there. They all captured the little girl laughing or girl laughing. Yeah. After I said that, I heard it from the veil. It's almost like it come through the veil. You can tell I get really excited about this location that's former, because it's not there anymore. Everything's got to change one day though. But I'm so, like, it was destined to go there. I put my mind to that, and I'm like, we need to go here. And I literally was able to book the last available date, not the last day, because Nick Groff got the last day.
Did he really?
But we got the last available date.
I didn't know Nick Groff got that. Interesting.
Supposed to be a video. I haven't seen it yet. It's been a while, so I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, he was probably there a week.
Yeah. But Bobby Mackey's, it was wild.
Yeah, it didn't let us down. I'm with you on the Bobby Mackey's. That's up there on our list too.
All right. Anything else about Bobby Mackey's? Y'all, oh, okay, never mind. Y'all just said it with your clicky here. All right, guys. That was St. Albans Sanatorium.
Number was that?
That was the third investigation that we did together.
Oh, so you got them in the number of not your favorite. That was just the third one you did.
Yep. So I did it in order of that we've done it.
Yep.
So 5 total. Technically, we did 6, but we all got to see Madison Dry Goods. So we only got 2 more left. So I know we probably need to get moving. But what was your favorite thing about St. Albans? Oh, shit. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm alive. Go ahead.
Honestly, to
St.
me,
Albans.
it was like my favorite thing about St. Albans was whenever we were upstairs in the women's area where that their part of the hospital was, and that guy came through the box. And we were like, why is he over here? And he was just being ugly talking to us through our devices. And he ended up following us around all for a good hour or 2 that night.
Yeah, I don't know if that was my favorite part, but that was the part that summed up our night. You know, and it started as soon as we went upstairs. And I think the guy group that we had, it was just me, you, and Dylan.
Yeah.
We didn't get a lot there. Everything we got was negativity, and it didn't help that Dylan talked a bunch of crap when we got, which is very uncommon. Dylan doesn't do that, and he did it that night, and it kind of it made me think, Chassis, she gone. But when he did that, it made me think that something was on Dylan that night.
Yeah.
And needless to say, Dylan ended up having some issues that night.
And
actually, for several days later, after St. Albans, even Dylan said, "Man, something ain't right." Dylan kind of felt like Dylan brought a little friend back home.
Yeah.
She gone.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
We was talking about it. Went down south. Really went down south for us.
Mm-hmm.
As we started, because the first place we went up to the second floor, it kind of split up. It, like Riley was saying, it was negative. There was a guy talking trash. He was, dropping the F-bombs to us, basically F y'all. And
remember when we finally walked back downstairs and meet up with Chastity again? That big safe that was open, something.
Door slammed on it.
Slammed it shut.
And I think when we went upstairs, I think from that moment on, I think we had something following us.
Yeah.
And I'm really sure we did, especially with the safe part. But everything the rest of the night was negative for us. And on top of that, it was negative. I really feel like it attached itself to Dylan in some way. because for like a week or so later, especially 3 or 4 days after we got home from St. Albans, Dylan, he was like, dude, he messaged Riley, asking us how did we feel. We're like, man, we're fine. We were tired because it was just a nasty drive to get back. But he's like, man, I haven't felt good in 3 days. So we feel like Dylan brought a little something home with him.
Yeah, I had to pull up. I'm sorry, it might be a little delayed. I was going to say I had to pull an astral spider off of him. He didn't really feel right, too. He said he felt better, but it was still lingering. And at Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary, I gave him a black tourmaline stone. And he says that anytime he starts to feel icky, he just holds it and it pulls it right off. But I detected, and I did the energy work on y'all's live. I didn't even know I was live. And I started to pull whatever that was. And I saw this little, spider entity on his shoulder. And I pulled it off and I threw it. Now, it's not to say that it didn't come back because we still split up. But that was the most split up I think we've ever been in a location because it was just so massive.
I definitely wasn't prepared for the size of that place. All the pictures I'd seen, I thought it was, a fourth of the size it actually was. Because I thought we were actually going to be able to put out cameras and different things. The place was way too big.
Yeah.
You need 2 hours to set up for that place.
Yeah.
Just on one part of the building. That place is humongous.
It really is.
So I've got 7% left on my tablet and about the same on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting y'all preface for the next 2 clips and everything. And I'll just say this. I was by myself. I heard something slide across the floor while they were on tour because I chose to stay out of the business. I didn't want to know anything. Felt like more of a haunted object than a haunted place. There's definitely a portal there, which was caught, but all these places are on our top 10 list on our Appalachian Nightmare. If you haven't seen the video, it's the last video that we posted. You've got to go check it out. Crazy. And me and V do commentary through the whole video, and you can skip that even if you want to. There's chapters in the comments, but you just go back and look at the footage. I heard a woman's voice up near Rebecca's room, and then when I was by myself, I saw something black literally climb down the wall. Like it was a tall shadow, it shrunk, and then it down the wall. There's just all these black portal-y type entity beings there. Don't know how they got there, but they're there. Somebody's opened up something nasty. Very interesting location. I was very nervous by myself in that place. Not gonna lie.
I don't think it fell. We just dropped some stuff. Sorry. We're good.
Oh, you're fine. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Do you want me to go ahead and go on to the next clip?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Going into cinematic view. Chastity's redneck cinematic view. Here we go. All right. Stonewall Manor was a gym.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it turned out to be a pretty good night. Other than I got COVID when I got there. Oh, I had it. Riley and I had it when we got there. He didn't know it. I knew I was sweating profusely there, putting out equipment, which is not uncommon for me at all. I sweat. I look at a picture of the sun and sweat. So it was. But anyway,
it was hot.
It was, and it was hot and humid there. But yeah, that was a cool place.
Mm-hmm.
A big thing for me because we got some really cool stuff asking questions with Spirit Box down in the basement of that place as far as some of the slaves that were there. How did they feel about their past owners and the owners of the land? And we got some direct responses from that. But my big thing for me was the 2 pictures that I took. One picture is when I was going outside. I turned around and took a picture in the front of the house, and nothing was in the windows. I always do that, y'all. I'm just weird about old houses, and I'm hoping that I'll take a picture one day and I'll zoom in and I'll see something in the window. I've been doing that for years before I even thought about before I even thought about any paranormal investigation. Okay, I don't know. I'm weird like that. But the fact that I took a picture and like 3 minutes later took another picture as I was walking back in the house and caught something in the window and didn't realize it for about 2 or 3 days later when I actually looked at the pictures on my phone.
Yeah.
And if Chastity thought it was her in the window. I went back and checked the cameras, and the cameras tell a different story. It was not her. Now, the funny part is I don't know how it got so close that we were within a minute or so of you walking by that window, but that was not you in that window.
Yeah, it almost mimicked me in a way. Greg said it looked like it was following me. You can't see it on the camera, I guess. You only got it in the picture, right? But it looked like it was following.
It's not in the camera.
And that don't surprise me because that's the first apparition I've caught on camera. I captured it at that place in the children's room or the child's room, literally at the door. It's even got a hat on, like it's got a hat. I really don't want to move the video. We only got 1 clip left, but y'all already know that's definitely in our top 10 list. To refresh, go check it out. There's thumbnails and thumbnails. There's timestamps in the comments. Like, it's there. So that's 2 apparitions captured there. No paranormal investigations. Like, how many? 2 or 3?
Yeah, that place had a few. Jason's been a couple of times. Jason Smith and Angel with him one of those times, I think.
Yes. It's a gym. Like, there's going to be more activity there. The reason it's still standing is because they burnt the bridge down. They were coming after that plantation to burn it down because they made boats for the war with the pine resin. So, to me, I think it's a Confederate soldier, or it's a kid with a Confederate soldier hat on. I feel more Confederate soldier. It's almost like his face is blown off. You can even see his skin. You can see the color. Yeah. Crazy. Like, the stuff we caught there, nuts. And I know we say that a lot, but like, we've had some really good investigations. When we all get together, we have a killer time.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yep. And I guess we'll go ahead and do the last one and get it out of the way real quick, if that's all right.
Yep.
If I don't die. Oh, God. Here we go. Oops. Redneck cinematic view. Yep. Thank you guys for an amazing 2024. That's what that said. So
I totally agree with that. It was, it was cool. We got to finally meet you. And Brittany and Ethan just turned into a big deal for us. And we don't want to go anywhere without you guys now. So
I know, right?
we having a good time. We all get along good together, and we kind of vibe. We all bring something a little bit different to the table, and we work good together. So I don't feel like there's a place we couldn't take off and go to, and just do as good as anybody else, without a doubt.
I mean, heck, me and B even like ghosts now.
Oh God, my light. I'm so sorry, y'all. I know it's got to be annoying. I've got to get better with my stuff, but I'm in my pajamas relaxing. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the year. It's been a pleasure. It's crazy how, because I was manifesting like finding people to go with, and when I met Riley, I found y'all's Facebook page, and I messaged and I said something. I said, any good locations in North Carolina, because you really have to know where to go. It's not just always very prevalent the way North Carolina is. And Riley is like, yeah, there's the Trivet Clinic and stuff. And then I think Riley may have invited me to come on the live or something when he found out what I did. And I think that's kind of how it happened. And that's how we met. Yeah. It was never like, oh, I found a paranormal investigation team. It was just harmless, So I think it's amazing how it all worked out. Everything happens for a reason. Intuitively, I think 2025 is going to be a big year as long as we take the steps forward as a whole. It's not just for me, but as a whole to make the changes and do the things that we need to do. Even if not, it's going to be a lot of friggin', I'm about to say the F word, fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's been a pleasure getting to know everybody. I think we do work very well together. It's kind of all happened so fast, and it just feels like everybody known each other for a much longer time. So I guess in a past life we were hunting ghosts too.
Must have been. I think my dad was here then. I feel like in the past life he started all this. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's so wild. So we've been hitting a few graveyards lately. We've been doing that for a long time, and that's one thing we can do. We can get out of work, take a new piece of equipment, and go try it out. So we really, I don't know. We did a quick one. Was it last Friday?
Yeah.
I think it was last Friday. Well, Saturday we went to Madison Dry Goods. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we had one. If anybody saw the live, he was live on TikTok. It was the first time I've been in a graveyard.
On back up.
The spirit asked me to get out of the truck. We were sitting in the truck. So I get out of the truck and it tells me to go to the back. I go to the back of the truck, and on TikTok, it's not recording, right? So they're gone when they're gone. Sadly, this is a cool one that we should have had a whole nother recording going. It's the first time I've ever been anywhere and been manipulated. No, I have been manipulated by some negative spirits. But this is in the graveyard. It tells me to get out. It walks me around the truck and says, I'm over here. So I follow it. So I start heading that way. And what was it? It told me exactly.
Remember,
we need to leave now. We need to leave now. What's that? 6 words?
Yeah.
It was a full-on sentence. And when it says that, Chastity, I'm actually walking to the truck at this time, and it says, I'm getting in. And I looked at Riley, and he heard it loud and clear. I said, no, you're not getting in. You're not getting in this truck. You can't go. I said, you have to stay here. And exactly after that, it says, I'm here. Not I'm in.
Hell to the no.
It happened last Friday. We didn't have a chance to talk about it. So we ended the live, and as me and Riley were getting out, I said, "Bo, if we've ever prayed over something, we're gonna pray that there ain't nothing in this truck with us today, because it did everything. It even told us it was in the truck with us."
Yeah.
So I get the out.
We've been to this graveyard like 3 times, probably in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like we're probably gonna hit it up again tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow.
Hey, what's going on? I'm definitely going.
Yeah.
That's awesome. was gonna say something. That one got me.
Like we ain't going back for a while. Did you?
It was like, we gonna take a break. No, hell no, we going back tomorrow. Catch
No,
my
we're
breath.
on a roll. with that one. So tomorrow I'm gonna record in a separate way because it bothered me because all the direct responses we were getting that he could hear it from 10 feet away. He was in the truck and I'm outside the truck and it's that loud, that plain.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And then we figured out TikTok doesn't record; it's just
I think
live
you do
and
that.
gone.
I think you do have those. It's going to be in your settings. It's kind of hard to find, but I'll figure out. I went live on TikTok one time, and I'll go back because it's on my other account, Luminary Luna Beams, where I actually have access. I'll figure out how to get back to them and let y'all know because that's worth it. Like that's worth clipping and throwing on YouTube. You can download them and just slap them on YouTube.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we need to check that out because
I'm pretty sure.
He gave some crazy responses as I was going around with my little. But I had a phone app at this time,
and I was running the Polterpod, and I was getting some awesome responses.
Yeah. But yeah, and look, I said we appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the followers who, we're all steadily growing. I do wish that your videos would get out a lot harder and a lot faster. Not harder to get out, but maybe they're not getting what they deserve. I watch a lot of videos, and I'm not just telling you because you're our friend and we help each other, but your stuff looks as good as any professional production crew puts out. I'm telling you, it does.
I appreciate that. And yeah, YouTube's tough, man.
You need. We're praying over it that it'll hit for you because y'all deserve it. You're putting in the work, and you deserve it. Yeah, maybe it'll happen.
I think so. I think it's just it takes time. It takes time to build it, and I want to take people with me. We going to Hollywood. I don't want Hollywood. I don't care nothing about the fame. It's just awesome. It's fun. I tie all my work in. I help people with paranormal stuff. I do my services. I'm doing classes. I'm doing journals. I do the paranormal investigation. It all works together. But I would like for things to get out a little more just for the pure fact I enjoy it now. I never thought I'd be on camera. It's actually very uncomfortable for me to step out of my box and be on camera. You wouldn't think that by seeing it, but mentally I've had to overcome a lot to be on video camera. So I appreciate that a lot. Just to come out of the box and to be able to do something I didn't even think I could do. I've been proven time and time again that I'm meant to because Spirit has helped me every step of the way. I'm meeting great people that us going together, not only is it fun and we enjoy it, it allows us to do bigger things with everybody. So we work as a unit, and that's the cool thing is like, yeah, we could hang around here and go to graveyards, but hell, why don't we try to shoot for bigger and better things? And we YOLO, technically, that we can remember at least, right? You only live once that you know of. Okay. So we might as well go for it. I do think things are going to get better. And we did skip Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. I will say this just to kind of wrap it up. Brushy Mountain was probably the biggest letdown for us, but going back through and like while we were there, but going back through the footage, like the gate monster thing, and then I can't even remember what else I put in. All the knocks and the bangs. There was paranormal activity there. I just think it was wore out, honestly, from all the investigations.
So
it was tough, but I'll leave that there. But ultimately, I'm very satisfied with what we've got. I'm very grateful for everybody, you guys and all you guys, for the support. Even though it hasn't got crazy big, the amount of support and to get as far as we have in this short amount of time, super grateful. My mark is that the very latest, I've got to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours, which I'm 540 hours away from 4,000, and we are 210 subscribers away from 1,000. That gets us fully monetized. As you know, YouTube, they ain't paying the big bucks. Like you're getting $5 to $20 per 1,000 views, which is helpful. I'm not complaining. I'm just being straight honest. So anybody that has helped us get to these locations with Patreon or YouTube memberships or any donations from anybody, We really appreciate it because without y'all, me and V could not do this. Like we have really made it hard, but we made it.
Riley and I know nothing about income from YouTube. And so to hear you explain and to tell us how it's working and what you're actually getting out of it is really a letdown, because I see so many people up here who have like got filthy rich up there. And it bothers me that the content that we're putting out is true content, not scripted or fake. Yeah, exactly. Things that those guys are getting, millions of watches on them. And it irks me to the core. It bothers me. And I'm just, like I said, when we started this thing, I'm just a country boy. I have no clue how this works. We're learning still.
Yeah.
But at the same time, man, some of the bullshit people are putting out is just, it's just sickening, because we've done it enough. I can tell you pretty much what's fake and what's not this day and time.
Yeah.
And for the majority of it, a lot of it's fake. Really, it's a lot of scripted. And that bothers me. That's why I said when you get it from us, we might not get nothing, but what we get is going to be the truth.
Yeah. To our best ability. I mean, we may make mistakes, like in terms of like, oh, that could have been paranormal, but we'll own up to that. Like, I'll be the first one to say that. When you're in the moment, sometimes like we might think something's paranormal, then we debunk it.
Well, you want it to be paranormal.
Yeah, you do get in that, but everything you've seen from us, not fabricated at all. Editing and stuff, like I appreciate y'all's comments. That means a lot, because I mean, I went to school for graphic arts and image and technologies to learn how to print. Okay. It wasn't as much on the computer side, but now they have these apps that make it just so easy. Like, it did help me with my editing, but I never thought I was capable of doing these big videos, and doing it on CapCut is kind of difficult sometimes. But I found my camera. It was on sale for $430, and I got approved for an Amazon store card, and I was like, hell yeah, because it's the first time I've been approved in a while. So we're going to leave that there. But I was so excited. And my camera is normally $700 almost. And I put it in my cart, and I waited too long. I waited like 24 hours and went back and checked, and it went off sale. I was mad. But I'm still going to get it. It's the Osmos 3, but I'm going to have a rig set up where I have a light on it. But it's a gimbal camera. So, and it works really well. It's not one of those big Sonys or video, but it's like, it's the one you use for video documenting, just not necessarily in the dark, but it shoots, and it doesn't shoot night vision or anything, but it's going to make my life a lot easier. Hopefully things a lot better. So me and V both want a camera this year.
We hope you get it.
I hope so too. I'm going to buy it. I've just got to pay off Christmas. I got one more payment on my Christmas stuff. And I'm hoping to get that camera and level up a little bit on the quality. But anyways, I'm yapping. Overall, we've been to 6 locations together this year. Me and V went to 7 because we went to Trivet Clinic. They've been to Trivet Clinic like 2, 3, 4 times. We wanted to try it out and see what we could do and, all that. And that was a lot of fun. That's going to be a pretty good video, I think. And then, so 7 locations for us this year. Y'all been to countless. I'm sure probably 20 or 30 different times this year at least.
A lot of places. Yeah, we go. Riley and I go to a lot of places, and heck, sometimes we don't even go live. I mean, we go to a lot of kind of weird places.
Yeah,
we usually get some stuff though. We really do.
We really do.
But like I said, we hit the graveyards. We hit the graveyards hard. I know that's nothing to brag about, but we hit the graveyards.
You get that ghost itch.
I'm telling you, you can. And I'll tell you, we go in the day and we go in the night. You get more interaction during the day. We do, without a doubt.
Yeah. Oh, and I just remembered Connie said she couldn't be here tonight. She wanted to tell everybody hello, and sorry she missed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had a class tonight. But it's been fantastic, and without the support of our viewers, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. We love y'all so much. I will cry. It's the end of the year. I'm crying in gratefulness. I'm not going to cry. It's been a hard year. Okay. The crap that we went through, it has been a hard year, but this has been the saving grace. Even though it's a paranormal stuff, I bask in the darkness, even though I'm made of light, and always pull through. And going to these places, it's a creative outlet for me. I think it's part of why I've made it through this year. So thank y'all.
I'm about like V just summed it up. F 2024.
Yeah.
Hey,
Riley, he's talking junk about it. Said
yeah.
you two are a bunch of damn dirty graveyarders.
Hey,
Oh, there's Connie. She said, I'm here. I'm here.
No.
So Connie made it. She was going to be an hour and a half late, but we run over. So, hey, hey, Connie. But
hey,
yeah.
Chad. You know how 2024 made my personality feel
How?
like a freaking
Dog, is that good or
Burn
bad?
it down.
like I'm bad. Like I know
Cleanse it.
It's a dog.
I'm
Bring
Oh,
me
you're-
the gasoline.
Oh, baby boy.
Love the smoke.
Who you making holler? Who the hell you scaring me now? I just want to hear the demon boy. That's all I
Time
want
to
to
go.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah. What a hell of a year. We've had a great time. We've got a lot of great stuff coming. I've already got 2 videos uploaded. These guys are coming out the 18th. I'd really like to do this on the 18th. That'll be 4 videos already filmed for 2025, and then we just gonna roll right into some more. So hopefully I'll be able to get out like a video every 3 weeks. The goal would be every 2 weeks. The true goal would be every 1 week, but I'll need an editor. I can't do it by myself because I do lights at midnight. I'm going back to Luminary Luna Beams finally. I took a break after Mama passed, but now I've got my classes and my journals and my teachings. I do all of that there and some paranormal stuff. I've got a lot going on. So every 3 weeks is probably what our Appalachian Nightmare is going to be. That's my goal. So looking forward to it.
2025 will be here in a few weeks, so we're gonna start it off.
Few weeks is gonna be here in a few days.
Damn, sure is. What am I talking?
Yeah.
6, yeah. The 18th will be here in a few weeks, and we'll be back in what's the name of y'all's county? Stokes County.
Well, that's not our county, but yes. Yeah, we're going to Stokes.
Stokes.
Yeah.
Can we go back to that pizza joint?
Yeah, if you want to. It ain't it's on the way back to y'all kind of. Or we can go, I mean, yeah, we can go there if you want to. I know why you want to go there, Riley. No, we can't go. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
He like them jeans.
yeah, them jeans were fitting right.
Bless his heart. He ain't nothing but
Oh my God. I'm gonna cry just from laughter now.
I'm gonna make you holler, big boy.
Big boy.
Did you say big boy?
He did. He about to get smacked out of this chair. Big boy, my ass. Right. You killing me, man.
Oh my God.
This is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. So we got to figure out everybody's favorite sayings in our group, and we're going to record them because we got 8 buttons that we can record somebody saying on it.
Yeah.
The smoke.
Ride the wave is mine. I love it. But anyways, I've got 2%, 1% left on my tablet, 3% left on my phone. I'm gonna go outie, guys. I'm thinking about going live on New Year's Eve, possibly around 12 or before, probably before. I don't know, but I'm thinking about it. Don't hold me to it. I love you guys. Until next time, peace out. I love y'all. Thank you for having me on.
You too. Good night.
Good night.
All right, y'all. There it was. So we here it is Thursday night. It was a good little live. I like going over the places, the 5 places we've been. She did a top 10. You need to check it out. Go to YouTube and check out her top 10. I haven't even seen the video. I need to go look at it. I didn't see all of it. I didn't watch all of it. I need to watch all of it. I need to check it out. And of course, she'll have the Trevette Clinic coming out shortly, and then turn right around and have Madison Dry Goods, which is a really cool spot. You guys had come in late. Madison Dry Goods. We went to Madison Dry Goods last Saturday.
Yeah.
And had a great time there. Sadly, we only had 2 hours to investigate. We investigated the second and third floor. Not many people get on the third floor. Definitely some stuff going on there. I think we actually ended up getting a lot on the second floor inside what was the old funeral home at one time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. We'll definitely go back there if they ever let anybody.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on that list for sure.
Yeah.
And try it. I'd love to spend the night there. The comment was made to get you guys to come back and maybe spend the night inside Madison Dry Goods. So that'll be our next. I would love to do that next year. 2025 plus is going to be a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're already planning.
Yeah.
And that's something we hardly do is plan. So we are planning probably in April. I feel like it's going to be in April. Ohio State Reformatory.
Yeah.
We'll be heading there, and we're going to actually pick up a couple more places in Ohio when we go.
Remember, probably either before or after we go to Ohio in April, we're going to return to St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, we're going back to St. Augustine.
There's a location there that stood out to me and Father here.
So actually, February the 28th, we're going to be back in Florida. I got a work thing I got to go do in the end of February, so we may be hitting St. Aug a little bit earlier than we had previously thought. That might end up being our probably the second investigation of the year. We'll be back in Florida. We'll probably skip the old grounds of the hospital we went to. I would like to go back to St. Augustine.
Yeah.
And I would like to go to that lighthouse in St. Augustine.
Yeah.
I think that's something kind of on our list. But as far as our big one next year is going to happen in the spring. Instead of most time, our big one happens at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But our big one's going to start the year off right for us.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big deal for us. We'll prepare for it. We'll be prepared for it.
Yeah.
We'll have our whole crew going. And we're going to make some things happen there for sure. We did have a good year, though, man. If you look back and think of all the places we've been, just not even outside of with Chastity and V and Brittany and Ethan and Angel, man, I had great times with Angel, too. We've been on several investigations with Angel, just us. We really appreciate his friendship. We've gotten to know him very well.
Yeah.
On top of he's an awesome guy, and he can build some heck of some equipment. He can build anything. Yeah, check him out.
Bring that bad boy up. Where's my bad?
So guys, this is the Polar Pod. We started the show off talking about the Polar Pod. Very simple device that Angel built for Riley from the ground up. This thing is 3D printed.
Show them around the room.
What I like about it was they're not gonna be able to hear it because they might be able to hear it.
Group chat with my gamer friend. Look what they told you. Get
Polar Pod. Very cool spirit box. We haven't used it a lot, but we will. We're gonna get it figured out. We'll get it tuned in. Very cool piece. Angel made it. Like I said, I don't know what he could have done different. If I could pick any one thing I'd like to have with this Polar Pod, I would. I'd like to have a jack on it so we can hook headphones up to it.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing different I would like.
Yeah.
They also put us on this little the Paratech. I like this device. It's a pretty cool device.
That
like it.
is awesome.
It's hard to get used to the voice when it talks and tells you what it's saying. Got a wild voice.
Sounds like a transformer.
Got a new device here. We tried it out at Madison Dry Goods along with the Polar Pod.
Another thing built.
Oh, I ain't showing everybody on the camera. I'm looking at the phone camera. Is the battery dead on this thing? Dude, we left the battery. We left it on.
You left it on.
We sure did. We have killed the battery on this one. Anyway, we got a yes/no device.
That thing's awesome.
Angel, you may watch this again when you see it. I know you're not up here, but this thing was getting a workout in the top of Madison Dry Goods.
It went off for like an hour straight.
It did, man, and it wasn't all yes, it wasn't all no. It was a good mix of the questions.
Yeah.
And we were throwing a lot at it. We really had a lot going on in the top of Madison Dry Goods. But yeah, check him out. This is a rim pod that Angel builds. He can build you one. This is a small one. I like these because they fit. Oh,
Yeah.
I like these rim pods because you can put them in any little bag. You know,
Yeah.
work good.
That does.
I like the shelf behind us being able to do this now. Have a little shelf back here.
Oh, grab my little brother back there and show him off.
Another rim pod Angel built. You guys seen Bucky? This is Bucky from the Bucky store.
Bucky the Beaver.
And I forgot him this weekend. I had him out. I had Bucky out.
Yeah.
Bucky's a rim pod. I had him out to take with us to Madison Dry Goods, and I missed him. It was my fault.
And I didn't think to remind you about him.
Yeah.
Poor little buck.
As you can see, he lights up, but you can't see it real good in the light. Bucky is a rim pod. So we're hoping to get some interaction from some spirits through this dude right here.
Yeah. I like little
Sadly, I
buck.
forgot him going to Madison Dry Goods.
Did you turn him off?
Yeah, I turned him off.
Okay, good.
But yeah, man, 2024 has been good to us
It has.
as far as, you know, being able to go on investigations.
Yeah.
I mean, have we not gone anywhere you wanted to go?
Alcatraz.
I ain't going to Alcatraz. They can keep that. I ain't crazy. No. Why don't we go to Alcatraz when there's so many other jails to go to?
Alcatraz is like a hard eyes location.
A what?
Seeing hard eyes.
I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't want to go anywhere. They got to take me over on a boat. I can't drive to it. Is that what you want? Get stuck over there?
Well, I mean, not.
You know you can't drive to Alcatraz, right?
Yeah.
I think you have to go over to Alcatraz on a boat.
Yeah.
And it's not just like riding across the intercoastal waterway.
How far you think?
Somebody has swam back, I think.
Yeah.
But either way, that's last on my list. After we go everywhere else we want to go, I'm not going to say I'll never go there. Chastity says she can't investigate Alcatraz. Why is that? Yeah. Hey, man, you know, REM pods are expensive. Angel, you can get a good deal on Angels for sure. Oh, he said, yes, a Bucky. Good night, B.
Good night, buddy. I like ghosts.
Yes, he does. He likes it. Oh, yeah. No, like Chastity said, nobody can go to Alcatraz unless you know somebody. So our plans are in this new little location we're going to load this wall up with shelves behind us, and we're just going to start putting out equipment. It'll be cool to look at, but it'll be easier for us to put our eyes on it and maintain it, because in between investigations, we got so much equipment we can't lay it all out.
Yeah.
And we're not allowed to take it all inside because it makes the people we live with not happy.
Yeah.
They're worried about us bringing something back through this equipment, and it probably can happen. I'm not sure it hasn't happened.
I'm pretty sure it has.
In this very place we're sitting in, I feel like we may have brought the spirit back here of some sort, but it's gone. We cleansed this place, y'all. After a few weeks of wondering what was here, we went on and cleansed it, and everything's been good so far. So far, so good.
Yeah. So far, so good.
But yeah, so 2025, there's a bunch of places. We'll go back to Florida in February, and then we'll turn around. Oh, actually, January the 18th. It looks like January the 18th. We'll go back west, Western North Carolina area, and see what we can get in there.
Yeah.
February, the weekend of February the 28th. Let's see. We'll be back in Florida. January already. So the 28th is on a Friday. So we'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Florida. So we'll figure something out. That'll be the last week in February. And then before you know it, we'll pick out our date for Ohio State. And along with Ohio State, just for everybody who'll be with us, we'll be hitting, for sure, we'll be hitting 2, maybe 3 other locations when we're in Ohio.
Yeah.
So my plan is to be gone there, Thursday, Friday, so at least 4 days. So we'll be picking out a date here. I'm thinking sometime, like I said, sometime in April or May for Ohio State, whatever works for everybody else. I'm going to make it work. Heading the Lights goes to the Licky Jail. Okay. The Licky Jail. It sounds good to me. Chastity's on top of the scheduling part and all that. I suck at it. All I know is tell me where I need to go and what time I need to be there.
Yeah.
When I do that, I do pretty good when that's my only thing I have to do.
I'll be there eventually.
Anyway, y'all, so we've been up here a while. It's 10:20, 10:15 at least. We're gonna cut this Thursday night live. It feels weird doing a live on a Thursday night.
I'll tell you, this is the last live of 2020.
This is our last live, man.
24.
And look, other than one night, I dusted out on you because you acted crazy.
Yeah.
I missed one live out of 90. This is episode 90.
Yeah.
So we've done 90 live. I've done 89. You've done 90 lives. Commended. Good job. Well done. You've done a good job.
Shanky.
You've took this business. You started Down South Supernatural. I had nothing to do with it. He did Down South Supernatural 100% on his own. I thought he was crazy. He done it for about 2 years without me, and I was like, man, I started seeing some videos and some things he had going on. And I was like, man, you know what? He's done so good with it. And you can ask him. Me and him used to do everything together. He's played ball since he was 4 years old. Never missed a game. I've took him everywhere. He's played ball all over the world. He was, before his accident, was one heck of a baseball player, good football player, good athlete. And he's, things turned worse for him today after he got his driver's license in 2014. And he missed about, I don't know, probably 4 years of your life you won't get back. And you relearn how to live. You've had to relearn how to eat, talk, just hold your head up. You couldn't even hold your head up. You were basically just laying there.
Couldn't even breathe.
Yeah, well, of course, you were you had to learn how to breathe, learn how to swallow, learn how to eat. You went a year and I fed him out of a feeding tube, through a feeding tube. He was in a wheelchair for 2 years after his accident. And he was told on more than one occasion, both of us, after during physical therapy, that is, the physical therapist's job was just to get him and us to get him where we could get him from a wheelchair to a chair. Definitely would never walk again. And that was 2 years after your accident. So in 2016, actually, we owned our own business. I did. And we were in construction for ourselves for 18 years. And we sold out. And I took every bit of the money from our business. It's no secret. All the equipment that we had paid for, we sold that equipment. And I used it to live for 2 years, to pay our bills here at our home. Keep us from losing everything, because we were with him for a long time and I wasn't able to work because I made a vow, as long as he was breathing and he was on this earth, I was never going to leave his side in that hospital. And I didn't. I went about 6 months and never come home. Sure didn't. Stayed in the hospital, slept with him. I went to Big Lots when he made it to a recovery room that he stayed in a long, long time. When he finally got out of the ICU, I went to Big Lots and bought a recliner. And it was against their wishes. And I said, I'm telling you what, this recliner's coming in this room because I ain't planning to leave. And I stayed with him in that room the whole time. After them telling me every time I'm not going in there, in about 2 hours, I had drugged that chair in that place. And nothing else was ever said about it. So, to make a long story short, this dude's come a long ways. He's got a great heart, and his will and determination to live and do good things is off the chart. His will to determination. There's so many people in this world who do not have determination. They quit at the slightest little pushback from anybody. We don't roll like that. So when you tell us we can't do it, that's probably going to make us do it, right or wrong. But that's one reason you're not in a wheelchair today.
Just tell me. That just gives me the best idea. You say I can't do it. Let me show you how fast I can.
Yeah. So, and you push, you do the social media. I'm not real good at it. You share it out. You're always working to try to make your business grow, and I think that's good. And if you hadn't have done that, you wouldn't be where you're at with it. And it's going to get better. It is slower than we like. We've always been the type. We work hard. We work really hard, and we make things happen. We try, and if we don't, if something don't happen the way we want it, it's not because we didn't put in the work to make it happen.
Yeah.
It just won't meant to be. Right?
Right.
So same thing with down south. We're going to push it hard. We're going to go as far as we can. And who knows, you may see us riding down the road in a motorhome one day. I'm not counting it out. You've done things that people counted you out in your recovery, and I never counted you out. So I'm not going to count us out now.
Yeah.
You never know how far we'll go, as long as we keep heading straight, do it the right way, be honest, and put God first. Still put God first. Even doing this, we still put God first.
Yeah.
And we things that happen for us. So I always say, if I see other people doing something good, and they're doing things on like the YouTube, got all these people. I just said it, doing all these crazy things. Man, they're doing the crazy stuff, and and people do like funny stuff. There ain't nobody no funnier than we can be if we want to be. So we can cut up with the best of them.
Yeah.
We can cut up with the best of them. That's what I'm talking about.
Shit. My headphones.
That thing's gonna get us in trouble. But what I was saying, man, hard work. We ain't scared of hard work. We'll work hard. We'll do what it takes to get to the top. And I say, by getting to the top, I would love to see Chastity and V. I'd love to see them excel in the YouTube or whatever platforms you have to go to. If YouTube gets kicked off, they put the time in it, man, and they do a great job.
TikTok.
Whatever. I don't know how much longer.
Yeah.
January next month, in a few weeks, TikTok's going back to court. They're trying to get TikTok gone because it's not owned by the U.S. Okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that. That doesn't mean TikTok won't come back or might have the same name, but supposedly on paper it'll be owned by Americans.
Yeah.
Probably won't happen. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? I know you got a good president coming back in a few weeks, and a lot of things will change for the good. But it's not going to change how we operate. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. We're going to try to go to new places, bigger places, not forget about where we come from.
Yeah.
And we hope that we can, along with others, we can make enough money to live off this because we like doing it.
Yeah.
We like bringing this to you. And man, everything costs so much, but we'd like to do it for a living. So that's our goal. We're going to keep pushing until we get there and go and get where we can go somewhere every weekend.
Yeah.
That's a cool goal.
That would be an amazing
travel and maybe have some sponsorship from it and get enough income off a platform that you can live off of it.
Yeah.
And that would just make it where you could bring just that much more creativity and more investigation material or whatever you want to call it to the fans.
Yeah. More evidence.
Yeah. And it's out there. And do it the right way. And show everybody that, I hate to say it, but debunk what others are doing. I'm just yapping. I'm just yapping.
Oh, no, it's good. This is the last live for 2020.
I think that's what got me off of it. I was like, man, this is the last live. I hadn't thought about that, but I didn't want to go tonight without telling everybody how much of a badass you are. So
I know.
We all steer off the wrong track sometime, but that's why we're here to keep each other in line.
Hey, it's all good, honey. I live with it.
And we got a few people on TikTok still. Sorry, TikTok, you didn't hear the live tonight. You couldn't hear what was going on this new system we got. You can just hear us seeing us and see us sitting here, but you couldn't hear the audio that was coming on from our guests.
Yeah. But hopefully this coming Wednesday, you will be able to. We're hoping to get be used to the new system and everything by then and have,
I really felt odd in here tonight. So it's all just because it's a different space. I had got used to that little closet we were in.
yeah.
This is different. It'll get better for us.
Yeah.
But I am We'll figure this out. This really bothers me. We play video. I want to play that video for Chastity tonight and for everybody. And I just knew we had it figured out where they were going to be able to hear the audio.
Yeah.
And that's the whole part of me doing this, the way I've set it up, is to make that happen. We are going to figure that out.
Yeah.
I promise you, we're going to figure that out, because it's going to eat me up inside until I figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen. But anyway, don't laugh at me, Mom.
Okay. What the hell?
I'ma make you bend over and holler for mama, big boy.
Man, you can't say stuff like that up here. Jesus Christ. We got like 10 people left up here, and I think all them just got off. I told y'all, if it's crazy, we can do it too, y'all. We can do it. If it's crazy you want, we can do some crazy stuff. We can do some crazy video. That right there was off the rocker though. We don't roll that way. I don't know where that come from.
You like ghosts?
That ain't nothing to do with no ghosts.
Oh shit.
That's what I'm, dear God, that's what I'm talking about. Bless his heart. We got way out. So what do we get these other buttons? We're gonna get some other things up here. I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
Okay.
We're gonna get it figured out.
We are. We need to. I love it.
Your mom, if she's watching this, I'm sorry, Brenda. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to you. Oh,
Hey,
jeez.
last live of the year. You can't hold nothing else back. Can't hold nothing back now.
See these comments up here. Oh, Chastity's at community locations.
I made her cry
Yeah.
laughing so
We're gonna get
hard.
the locations. He's only got about, this dude's probably got 20 pages in a book of locations, but then we forget about them, and I can't keep up with where they're at.
And I've just added on
Yes.
to the Virginia locations in my phone.
Good night, Brittany. Yep, thank you.
Good night, Brittany.
Good meeting Brittany and Ethan too. Fine folks.
Yeah,
And the new one they got coming on. They're gonna have a big year for them.
I'm
And they're
happy
awesome.
for them.
Yep. Big
Get-
L Ransom, we appreciate it too, man.
Need to get their new baby a down south onesie or a shirt.
Yep. Miss Dillon tonight. Big
Yeah.
deal. What happens to Big Deal? Big Deal, where do you go? Got a good night. It's the last live of the year, Big Deal. You can't even be up here with us. What's up, Big Deal?
What the world, big guy?
Yeah, they don't. You're right. They don't know everything. They know a lot, but man, they don't know what our God can do in the will and determination if you believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, I learned a lot in 2014 to today. We still live it today.
Yeah.
We all have issues we try to work through every day, man. It ain't just us. It's everybody in the world. If you think you got, I will say this, and I learned this the hard way. If you think you got it bad and you're down on yourself and the world's falling on you and crumbling on you and you feel like you don't have a way out, let me just tell you, get out of your own self. Get out of yourself. Move around. Open your eyes and look around. I promise you, you don't have to go far. You can find somebody who's got it worse than you do.
Yeah.
I promise you, man. And you know how I've never thought that way my whole life until you got in your accident.
Yeah.
Because I've never had, really, I've had issues, don't get me wrong. But as far as wondering when it comes to a loved one living and dying, I mean, living and dying, that's a big deal, man. That put the fear in you. But like I said, it taught me a lot about myself dealing with, with your situation. Because,
Yeah.
like I said, you missed, even after you were out of the hospital, it was like 2 years before you knew what was going on.
Yeah. No.
That traumatic brain injury ain't no joke, man.
No.
You missed 4 years of your life. So
Yeah.
you were like 20 years old, and when you finally come around, you probably acted like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
But you act like a 15-year-old now, but that's
Yeah.
beside the
I had to. Awesome.
Jeez.
You so much for this. I love
People
it.
on TikTok, you know, they think we're
Yeah.
crazy, and we really are.
They can't hear none of it.
Help us get to 10,000, folks. That's what we need. Help us get to 10,000 so we can make sure you can hear all the audio that we're getting from our guests that we have on.
Yeah.
We are going to do some things a little bit different too next year. Next week, we're going to set it up during the year. And some of our lives, we're going to try our best to work hard. The reason we did the lives was, of course, to bring you information that we do every week.
Yeah.
Or when we can, going on different places.
Yeah.
But also to get people on the live. We love having people on. We love having guests on.
Yeah.
And we love to do like Chastity did about a month ago. She had a call in. She did a little like her Monday night thing, and she had people calling in and telling about some scary stories, any type of stories you want to talk about. That was why we did this thing.
Yeah, I know.
We started going live because we wanted to talk about our experiences of where we've been and what we were doing and dealing with, but we wanted to hear other people's story. You know what I mean? People calling in and giving us ideas of places to go. That's what we did this for.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, you got anything else you want to say? 2024 was good. We met a lot of good people. Got a lot of great friends from down south Supernatural.
And it's now on to 2025.
Yeah.
Seeing what we can make out of this name and seeing how far we can carry it.
And that we need everybody's help. Sadly, today, it don't matter how hard you work. If your social media don't roll, you ain't getting too far.
That's the truth.
So we need it. Sadly, I can't say I hate it that we got to depend on a social media platform to try to get our name out there so we can grow in this field. You can be the best supernatural or paranormal investigators in the world, but if you never get known, nobody will know about it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do the bigger and better and help more people and do different things without social media. Yeah. That's the world we live in. So, and that's the part I don't like because I've always been a hands-on guy. I make things happen. You know what I mean? So, anyway, y'all, I think we'll see it. We're going to end it here. Been 2 hours and 30 minutes on the live. It's time to roll.
Yeah, it is.
With that being said, thank you, all our new followers. Thank you to our old followers. We hope to rebound. I already turned that off.
Okay, I
hope we rebound and pick up a lot more followers this year because we got big things are going to happen. We're going to go to new places. Probably hit up some of the old places for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there. We'll see what we can do. Whatever we do, we'll be doing it by the grace of God. And and we'll go whichever way He lets us go. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Met a lot of nice people. El Ransom, we appreciate it. Brittany, man, it's awesome meeting y'all this year. I feel like we're going away forever. It's just the end of the year on paper.
All right, let's go another hour.
We're going to cancel this one. We're going to hold it right here and talk on TikTok for a minute. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Good night. Good night, Connie.
Y'all.
Good night, Chastity. Love y'all.
See y'all
appreciate it.
Next year.
Rock it off.
And until this next Wednesday night.
Hold on. Next Wednesday's New Year's. We may still go next Wednesday night. We don't do much on New Year's.
Yeah.
We'll do something.
So how about that? Until next Wednesday night, you can catch us all at that
Down South out. Good night. Let's see.
Good night. Good night.
Love it. Good night.